Hey, Mark Mohn here, Reading-Berks Association of REALTORs. Going over some housing statistics that I've been presenting for the last month or so during the regional Imagine Berks County Comprehensive Planning meetings. So, going to give you a lot of stats here, kind of fast and furious, so follow along, take notes. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me here at RBAR. Be happy to dive a little deeper into what we go over today. So, just want to start off with, in 2025, the median sold price, according to Bright MLS, for all of Berks County was $290,000. In May already of 2026, that number for the county has jumped up to $310,000. What is remarkable is right now, for May, in the city of Reading, the median sold price was $195,000. So in all likelihood, we're going to see median sold prices in Reading reaching over $200,000 during the summer, which is just unheralded. So kind of a crazy thing, talks to some of the challenges we're facing in the marketplace. So additionally, the median household income through some of the most recent census data came in at $77,000. And if you look at them spending 30% on housing, that equates to about them being able to afford a $225,000 mortgage. $225,000, heck of a lot difference than $310 or even $290. So there's a big gap between those two. We got to figure out different ways to do that. But who are these people? Who's making, what are the income levels we're really talking about? So we talk about workforce housing, not just affordable housing, but workforce housing. Who are the people in the community that are essential to what we do on a daily basis, and what are they facing in the marketplace? So imagine you're a teacher, or you're a nurse, or you're two of them together. You're combining your household. Teacher's average salary about $61,000, nurse's average salary about $67,000. Together, that makes $128,000 for their household if they're dual income, no kids, or DINK. So, but generally speaking, the age range of 25 to 44, the young professional age range, households that are led by that age range, their median income level is $90,000. So it's really not terribly far off from the 77, a little bit less than these guys at 128. So that gives you a kind of a glimpse of who you're really talking about when you're talking workforce housing. What can they really afford? If these guys can't afford anything more than $225,000, these guys are also struggling to get to these numbers as well. In fact, with this teacher and nurse as a couple entering into a home together, so imagine they want to buy a $300,000 home at today's interest rates, with all the other costs that roll into play. They're going to struggle to have any money left over at the end of the month if they're putting 30% towards housing, paying for all their taxes, student loans, income, all the cars, auto loans. They have utilities, food, and that's before they even having any children. In fact, the average age right now for a first-time father in this country is 31. So it's why we're seeing declining enrollment in schools and that sort of thing. People are just not having kids until later on in life. So $300,000, if you're making $128,000 in income and you're barely able to afford a $300,000 home, we have to make some changes in what we do with houses. Right now, average age of a first-time home buyer is 40 years old. It used to be 28. And then the second-time buyers used to be 38. So you used to have two transactions as a home buyer before the age of 40, where today it's first-time home buyers are 40, second-time home buyers all the way up to 62. Those are stats from National Association of REALTORs. It's kind of crazy. So how do we fix that? What do we do? What are the options that are available to us, to the local municipalities, to say, how can we address our housing crisis? How do we create more things? And there's things called the missing middle plan. So you're talking about higher density, some townhouses, quadplexes, sixplexes, whatever you want to call them, that increase the density, take the lot sizes that are available and put more housing stock in there. So maybe building houses that are a little bit smaller in size, eliminating yard spaces, just going with a little bit more density in your municipal cores rather than sprawl out into the boroughs. So One of the other things that we have not used very well here in Berks County are condos. So I'd love to see, more conversations with local municipalities on creating more condo units available for sale, not just going the route of building apartment units, but maybe think about home ownership and young professionals wanting things. They want a home, but they don't necessarily always want a yard. They want walkable communities. So being smart growth, mixed use developments. One of the other options is accessory dwelling units. ADUs is what they're commonly referred to. However, it's not a new concept. If you remember all the way back to Happy Days, Fonzie used to live in an ADU. He used to live in the Cunningham apartment above the garage. These are concepts that are available out there. If you have questions, you have ideas, so talk to your local municipalities about, hey, we'd like to see some changes in our community. We want to draw in more young professionals to be here. These are the ways, these are the things you can talk to them about. Always happy to help. Reach out to me, give you more detail on all of these statistics, probably give you lots more. But we're here for you to help you out, answer any questions you have. So that's all I got for today. I know it's a lot, but hopefully you gained something out of it. So have a good one. Take care.